Who said a lap? Someone said a lap. Good job. You still did the lap. There's a whole team that didn't show up. A whole team didn't show up. Come on, 6. Oh, man. Yeah, so. Come on to do the lap. Come. Okay.
This is Austin, Texas.
Colbeck just said a 139. Good job. We're gonna start qualifying. I'm a reserve driver. I mean, makes sense. We all shit. Wait, there's DRS? Wait, why is the DRS? Why is the DRS? Yeah. Bro, what is he doing? Wait, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna go race. Wait, 6, are you going? 6, you're going. Wait, really? Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Where should I go? Yeah, yeah. Okay. Oh. Question: How do you guys told me after conclude again? Just let me finish qualifying, okay? Yeah, I am the only one. Actually. I think I am the only one. So, yeah. Qualifying ain't over, man. Qualifying ain't over. See that can be a good lap. I just pumped it in the last corner. Oh my god, bro. That's a good lap time. Oh shit. Holy shit, that was such a bad lap. How did I do that? Oh boy.
Go back on provisional pole at the moment.
Imagine getting pole like this.
Midas is currently third in that podium place. Cuban in second. You got Silvan, Bonatic, and you got Filano as well. So looks like it's going to be a very wet and rainy race here. The American city of Austin course here on July 4th weekend. Should be a good Grand Prix, obviously. But there's a lot of talks, obviously, with the possibility of it being heavy rain. So we'll see how things go with that. But as this race continues, we will keep you informed on the forecast and such. So yeah, I just want to let y'all know also that my nose has started to bleed like every 5 minutes or so. It's really weird. I don't know what's going on with that. I think I really need to go to the doctor at this point because it's getting ridiculous. But I have a doctor's appointment very soon, so that's good. But right now it looks like it is going to be Colback on pole provisionally. There's still 3:53 on the clock right now, so we'll see how things go with that. Yeah, Midas second now, so on third. O'Neill in fourth, and it's Phil now. And Freakies, who apparently is qualifying right now. A lot of time still have to be done, so yeah. Obviously Canada is not racing, obviously Star World is not racing, so yeah. There's been some challenges with track limits early on in this one. Also, I have to be a little quieter because my dad's sleeping right now, so I can't be as loud as humanly possible. He worked a total 17 hours yesterday on July 4th, so he's just kind of resting, which is good. We need that. So, and it looks like Colbeck, the final corner here, what is he going to get? Looks like he improved a little bit, so that's good for him. A 109.685, very good lap from Colbeck. Midas to a 110, 158. Again, some of these drivers already going to the pit lane here. Looks like Sylvan kind of just sitting the car down, maybe refilling it, maybe just kind of chilling for a bit because there's still 2:32 on the clock. He's just out of his car right now, which is a weird sight, especially in qualifying. I guess he's just going to sit with that third position, knowing he's got the confidence that he's going to stay there, and that these drivers aren't going to make they are going to make a mistake.
If I abort my lap, I can keep my lap, correct?
And for the first time ever in Nitro history, we're actually going to be able to get the driver communication because some of these drivers actually have their mics on in the voice chat. It's kind of cool. Which I'm all for, honestly.
But I'm going again.
Well, July 4th weekend in the United States for the United States Grand Prix. You just cannot ask for more. Honestly, you really cannot ask for a better place to have a Grand Prix this weekend. You really can't. It's very fitting. It's perfect every way. And Sylvan's going to drop all the way to 4th, so the gamble looks like it might not work out for him. But Colbeck one pole provisionally. Keep on in it. At second position as well. And then Midas in third. Again, if you're just tuning into the stream, hello everyone, welcome to the United States Grand Prix. Here we are starting off with Formula 3 action. A very wet and rainy day here in the U.S. Austin, Texas, usually a place where it doesn't really rain often. It's raining today. It's a weird sight, but you'd love to see it. There's a lot of floods that happen in Texas, if you are not aware of that. A lot of them. It's very heartbreaking. A lot of people losing their homes, losing their cars, losing their loved ones. So I just want to send my prayers and condolences to everybody out in Texas right now. It's been absolutely awful over there when it comes to the constant rainfall. It's very weird, but it is getting close to the hurricane season. So it's going up the coast, it looks like. And Colbeck right now is looking like he is going to take that provisional pole and lead the field to green today. Oh man, I'm so tired of these nosebleeds. I really am.
That's good. I did my best. What place am I? What place am I? P6? P6.
I'm putting my headset on. Yeah.
No, I'm not in the pits. I just finished my lap. I'm going now.
Alright, hopefully that's better. I don't know. But
Oh man.
yeah.
Such a bad laps, man. Whatever.
You can hear a lot of complaining on the radio here for some of these drivers complaining about their laps, and it just goes to tell you that, one mistake can really cost everything in qualifying. And again, qualifying is super important, especially at a track like this, but with the rain in the area, the possibility of it being very slippery, it really can just change absolutely everything. Right now, Colbeck is on pole, Cuban in second. We'll have the rest of the grid momentarily, but again, it is good to be here in the United States.
How many
The
laps?
home race for a lot of these drivers.
Race? Okay. I just don't remember. I remember seeing them, but I don't remember how much were they.
Yeah, they come off pit lane, and we are ready to get going here. Colbeck, Midas, Sylvan as well. Everybody getting down to the grid.
Oh man, could have done so much better.
Checking the audio here.
Probably.
Seems good. Checking the audio here. That's a lot better now. That's good. Well, here we go. I may have a really bad migraine. I might be having a really bad nosebleed. But you know what also bleeds red? Is the United States of America, baby. Colbeck, Midas, Cubon. You love to see it. You really do. It's absolutely beautiful. This should be a good Grand Prix. Obviously, a lot of talks, of course, with
but you have Cubon on second. Oh my
the
God.
discussion here of how this Grand Prix is going to go, considering not that many drivers on the grid, a rain race, and I think mainly the reason why there's not that many people is because it is July 4th week and a lot of people are busy, a lot of people on vacation, so it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's kind of what happens when you you race at this kind of day, or you race on a weekend of a holiday, and it happens. So it's unfortunate, but again, the show must go on, and we will see who will bring the show to everybody here in Austin. Currently 12:09 p.m. here in the United States of America on the East Coast. And it's just a very wet, rainy day at Circuit of the Americas. COTA, if you will. Colbeck, Cubon, Midas. That is your podium at the start of this race. Will that change as it goes on? Sylvan, O'Neill, Fanatic, Philno, Gibby, and Bill. And the formation lap is underway here in Austin, Texas.
Bro, please.
Now, who is your pick to win today's Grand Prix? Let me know in the chat. I'd love to hear everybody's picks here on this July 4th weekend. Pleasure to have you here. Again, nobody here on the commentary booth except me for this Grand Prix. But it should be a good one. Colbeck on pole. No surprise there. But again, what is about to go down here with the rain? We've been waiting for a race like this where it rains. And it seems like there's some communication here. Looks like some drivers don't understand that, you need to go full speed here on this formation lap. You're going to get the car filled up. There's no point in saving fuel when the car is already going to be filled up when you get to the grid. Cubon really has that preferred inside line here, obviously starting in second, but again, if Colbeck has a bad start, locks up the tires going to one, Cubon can really get that really good lift into turn one, send it down the inside, and take the lead. But, this is a 29 lap race. Not too long of a race. It's a pretty short one, but obviously the circuit is a pretty nice one as well. So, COTA, 14 seconds until we get this formation lap ending, and we will get the lights going here again. Who is your pick to win this Grand Prix? Let me know down below. Also, please drop a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. Show your support, show your love, everything like that. So yeah, please do so if you have not already. Again, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in, and welcome to Formula Nitro here. And there's a penalty for an indicated driver. Who is that? Who? And here we go, the
How's it
5 red
feel?
lights. We are ready to get going here in Austin, Texas on July 4th weekend. We are ready to get going. And it is lights out, and away we go. Cuban gets a great start, but so does Kolbeck. As they go into turn 1, is Cuban going to send it down the inside? He does, but here comes Midas down the inside. They almost go 3 abreast into the corner. I don't know how they kept it alive, but Sylvan drops all the way to the back, and they're side by side. Kolbeck and Cuban through the S's. Kolbeck takes the lead provisionally, but Cuban's still there on the inside. They're still side by side here in Coda. Cuban trying to make the move, is going to keep it through as they go through the corners, and there's a red flag.
Oh man, I did a track limit.
Well, heck of a restart there. And all the cars will return to pit lane.
Do I keep the position?
Well, again, this was what I was talking about. A really good start for Cuban. Had that preferred inside line, absolutely had a better restart than Kolbeck did. Kolbeck just a little too late. And Cuban just made the most of it, just sent it down the inside, making that move, and took the lead. But again, it's not going to matter. They're all going to go back to their positions they started this Grand Prix in. Looks like we had a mechanical issue here. And the refueling was broken. So, we are redoing the start.
Thank you, Starboard.
Big shout out to Star World, of course, for being the refueler here. It's kind of sad. Bill already has damage on the car, and this race hasn't even properly started yet. Must have been an issue on the formation lap or on the lap where we thought the race was starting, but obviously a red flag did come out because of the mechanical issue with the fueling. You don't see that often here in Nitro when it comes to the fueling mechanics, but it happens. Also, we're almost at 2.6k. I just realized that Formula Nitro's YouTube channel is at 2.6k almost. So, good job, everybody, making it all possible. Again, we're here at the Circuit of the Americas. If you're just tuning in, hello again. My name is JC, and alongside me is absolutely nobody for today's commentary. But it should be a good Grand Prix, obviously. With this being said, 29 laps around Austin, Texas, and here we go, the formation lap back underway here. Now, chat, please let me know who you got winning this Grand Prix. I'd love to hear. Now, Kolbeck really just got a second chance here to make up for his mistake here on that start of the race. It's going to go right back to P1. So you have to be very smart here. And Wanma predicting Kolbeck winning this Grand Prix. No surprise there. But again, you look at that restart, and we'll see if it happens again. Is Kolbeck going to have a bad restart again? Because that was really what played the part there at the start of this thing. That fueling issue causing us to redo this restart. We haven't had technical issues in a while for Formula Nitro, which is honestly really relieving to say. Commander, again, thanks to him for making this all possible. And the track limits should not count. No, they should not count at all, considering we have not even started the race. The fact Bill is or not Bill, sorry, 6, it's a Bill or 6, yeah, Bill has 5 track limits already.
Why did it count? What?
And we haven't even started this thing. It's kind of crazy. I mean, I'd think it wouldn't start. Is the rain a slippery one? No, not quite yet. I don't think it's going to be. But we'll see how it goes on as the Grand Prix progresses. It looks like it's kind of just, you know, like it's rain, but it's not like, you know, heavy rain where you're slipping and sliding around the circuit. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is what moments are made of. What is Colbeck going to do here on this restart? It's going to be really important to get this thing going here on July 4th weekend. Once again, Colbeck and Cubon, your front row. Is Cubon going to have a better start on the inside? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It is lights out, and away we go. Cubon again, a great start, but Colbeck even better than it was before. But Cubon sends it down the inside. They're 3 abreast through the corner again, and Fnatic somehow kept it clean and green. Colbeck still leading here. Cubon gets forced wide, it looks like, and it is Sylvan and Mighty side by side. And down and away goes O'Neal all the way back in the pack. Cubon trying to keep that momentum through the inside here as they go through the hairpin. He's right there. Down the inside, he's got a track limit warning, but he's going to take the lead provisionally here. He has the preferred inside line again. Colbeck again, though, on the outside. And Cubon takes the lead of the Grand Prix. Again, just a better restart. Had a better corner. And it really helped him. Just sent it through that hairpin. Midas and O'Neal going side by side for a second. Midas is going to tag along the back of Fnatic. So lap 1. And DRS is enabled. Here they go through the S's here in Coda. Again, if you're just tuning in, make sure to drop a like. That'd be greatly appreciated. And also, let me know what your pick is to win this Grand Prix. You have Cubon. Do you have Colbeck? Do you have Sylvan? Oh, a bumper glitch off the back. Colbeck gonna drop because Sylvan has that DRS, but so does Colbeck. I don't know how in the world he does, but kind of crazy if you ask me. This long DRS straight is going to be very fun to watch as this race progresses.
Oh,
Fnatic
God.
trying to stay in the line, and Midas goes wide. Gets forced wide from Fnatic. And here they come into the final corner again. It is Cubon leading over Colbeck and Sylvan. That's your podium position for the moment. You then have Fnatic, you have O'Neal, you have Midas, and you have Bill all the way in the back of the pack. You got Gibby and Philno. But here they come into turn 1, and Colbeck is going to take the lead. But Sylvan trying to make the move here on Cubon as well as they go through the S's again. Lap number 3, I believe. But again, I don't know if the laps are like what we're following, because I know the race ends on 29. So it's like, I'm just going to say it's lap 5 at this point. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. It's okay. Colbeck leads. Cubon has the DRS as well. He's trying to send it down the outside. Trying to make it work, but he goes wide into the wall. And he just dropped all the way back. And now he's in the back of the pack. What an unfortunate circumstances for Cubon. Tried to just absolutely send down the outside, and you just cannot make the move there. It's just not possible, especially with the rim you had. So it's Colbeck and Sylvan. You're 1-2 right now. And then here comes Midas down the inside of Fnatic. Can he make the move? He's going to send it down the inside. He does so. And he moves up to P3. And now they're side by side for 4th.
Oh my God.
Fnatic and O'Neal. Fnatic trying to play it safe here. Got to be careful though, making contact with the O'Neal machine. And O'Neal's going to lose a spot, but Cubon also down the inside of Bill. And he's going to take that position away. Great racing here early on here in the it's not, what the heck am I saying? Austin Grand Prix. Not Austria, not Australia. Austin. The United States Grand Prix. Colbeck trying to hold on to that position. Sylvan down the inside. What a move. And Sylvan isn't going to take the lead yet because he went wide through the corner. So Colbeck is going to take that position right back. It's just all about having the right positioning in the right moments. And here's Colbeck again, who has that inside line. Sylvan trying to go and tiptoe around the outside. Can't quite do it. And these two at the front trying to pull away from Midas and friends. That whole pack is just praying that Sylvan and Colbeck battle because they can gain as much as possible with that. Here they go around the hairpin again. It's Colbeck and Sylvan. They will have DRS. Or will Midas have DRS off of Sylvan? It doesn't look like it. So here comes Fnatic down the outside, trying to make the move. And Sylvan takes the lead of the Grand Prix. But Fnatic's just going to send it on Midas. And what a move. Very aggressive move early on in this race. 7 laps in. O'Neal all the way up to P4. Here's Colbeck down the inside again. Gonna make the hairpin work here as they go into turn 1. And it's a nice move. But Midas, I don't know what is going on back here. They almost went 3 wide again. And Fnatic and Cubon, the two teammates. Fnatic's got a lot of damage, and oh my goodness! Fnatic's race has blown up into smithereens. The two teammates make contact with each other as they almost go through the S's. And what I mean by almost is that they didn't even make the final turn of the S's. I mean, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were thinking. That was terrible. And you can hear the frustration from Fnatic. Fnatic is not happy at all.
The fuck, man?
Very frustrated. Unbelievable.
This came from behind me.
Pause.
What?
So the safety car is out. In a crazy turn of events.
Bro doesn't know how to drive, man. My God. Oh man.
Well, if you're just tuning in, hello everyone. Welcome to the United States Grand Prix here in Formula 3. And we've already had a crazy start. We had a wild start at that because obviously the fueling issue. And then after that, you have the two teammates, Cubon and Slow, Fnatic Slow, make contact. And Fnatic Slow blows up and is out of this race.
Oh man. That's just annoying.
And let's have a quick interview here with Fnatic. Fnatic, what happened there? I mean, you know, you go into the S's, really unfortunate circumstances. What happened there?
Man, I just don't know, man. Midas just did the move. I let him through. He touched me, and then my stupid teammate decided that he can make a move right there. It's just such a bad circumstances to do this.
Well, yeah, that was absolutely crazy. I mean, what goes through your head? I mean, you're only 9 laps in this Grand Prix, and you're already out of it.
Uh, I jumped out in the seat, so I tried what I could do on, but yeah.
Well, thank you,
Good
Fanatic.
luck to you.
We appreciate you, man, and try and enjoy the rest of the race, man. And
Yeah.
stay
Okay.
cool out there.
Yeah.
Well, that was Fanatic, and big ups to him for doing a quick little interview here after he was checked at the infield care center here in Coda.
Six. What was that, bro? He's what he did to me.
And so here we go. Colbeck, Sylvan, Midas, Cuban, O'Neill, Bill, Gibby, and Philno.
I could have done nothing. Like,
That is the drivers that are remaining in this one.
yeah.
And here we go. Green flag is back out here in Austin. Colbeck has the lead. Sylvan in second, and Midas in third. Colbeck trying to continue to dominate this season as they go through the S's. Everybody single file for now. That will change when we get to the DRS zone. And when DRS is enabled.
And I did such a good race, I guess. Really tracked into-
10 laps in, and we've already had a DNF early on in this one. And it's unfortunate, but again, it's racing. Yeah, I bet Cuban is really wondering what happened there. You know, you send it 3 wide through the corner and you expect to stick it. You can't do that every time. Especially through the S's. You just cannot go too wide there and make that much contact. After going side by side through one, I mean, you got to be very careful to not make as many mistakes as possible, because you can completely just change somebody's race, and that's exactly what happened. And DRS is enabled this time by. Colbeck leads here on lap 11. Now, what is going to be intriguing to watch here is this DRS zone. What will go down here? Through the hairpin they go again. Colbeck and Sylvan. Sylvan going to have the DRS. What is he going to do? Is he going to send it down the inside? Is he going to go on the outside? He's going to send it down the inside. Here he comes out on the DRS straight, trying to make the move and try to take the lead here. And Sylvan will do so. He takes the lead of the Grand Prix, and Cuban is all the way back in third after being in absolutely dead last. He finds himself in the podium places.
Oh, man. So frustrating. Yeah.
And here comes Colbeck again down the inside. Sylvan going to go wide, knowing that Colbeck has the DRS. Smart move. And Midas also right there behind Cuban. A 5-car pack. And then you got 2 cars in their own little bundle, I should say. And here they are at Coda again. Colbeck, Sylvan, Cuban, Midas, and O'Neill. That is your top 5 and the pack that is together. Here comes Sylvan down the inside. Is Cuban going to put his nose on the inside here? No, he's going to stay behind the Colbeck machine. He thought about it for a second, and Midas goes around, but he keeps it going. He's still somehow going to stay with the pack, but Sylvan and Colbeck side by side. Sylvan going to take that position right back away from Colbeck. He almost had that position, but couldn't quite get it. Very close, though. Here they go through the final corner again. Lap 12, now 13, as they get to the line. Everybody single file. Cuban sends it down the inside. He's going to jock around for that position. And again, Colbeck, though, is still there. Cuban has to be careful. Colbeck is right there as well. And Cuban, great job there. Fantastic. Clean racing there. You love to see it. But what a race from Cuban. I mean, the fact he was all the way in dead last. Safety car came out. And ever since then, he has been absolutely flying, showing that race pace and that qualifying pace. Showing that he belongs to the front as he sends it down the inside on Sylvan. And he is going to take the lead of the Grand Prix.
Oh! Holy shit. What was that, bro?
Here they go again through the
there's
final
no
corner again.
delay.
Cuban, Sylvan, Midas.
Yeah.
Sylvan trying to go down the inside of Cuban. Is he going to make the move? He will do so, but Cuban trying to tiptoe around the outside. He almost lost it. He was on 2 tires. That was so close. I don't know how in the world he's still with this pack, but he is. Nearly went upside down. Just goes to show you that dirty air and that bumper glitch you get on the back of any car. And Cuban gonna get a track limit warning. Midas gonna go down the inside here.
Oh, annoying, man.
Or is he gonna stay behind the Sylvan machine? It looks like he's gonna stay behind. But here comes Cuban down the inside. Trying to send it on Midas. And he's gonna try and make it stick, but again, you just have no grip on the outside. And Colbeck is stopped in Sector 2. And he's all the way in the back. Oh, what an unfortunate turn of events for Colbeck. He led this race for quite some time. In fact, he has led a whopping 7 laps. 7 laps. And now he's all the way in the back. But here comes Midas down the inside of Cuban. Trying to make the move. Tiptoe around the outside, but Cuban is going to keep that position away from Midas. Lap 15. And Midas down the inside of Cuban.
Oh, man.
And he's going to take the lead.
Cuban has 5. Does Cuban get a penalty now? He has 5 track limits.
Cuban's been very aggressive right now. But look at this. I mean, I don't know how he did it, but he stuck it inside. And he's going to take the lead of the race. But Midas trying to go down the inside again. They're side by side through the final corner. Midas is going to make it stick, though. But again, he's not going to have the DRS. There's a penalty. And oh my goodness, they almost went 3 abreast again into turn 1. They got to be very careful. I mean, some of these cars have a lot of damage on them. And right now, Cuban is loving every second of it as these 2 drivers behind him, Midas, O'Neal, and Gibby, all just battling right now. And the last thing you want to do is battle when the driver in front of you is pulling away.
Oh, my God.
But he's not going to quite pull away because of that DRS train they have here. Cuban, after
6.
absolutely destroying his teammate.
Man.
And here comes Midas down pit lane.
Just
Let's watch the stop here for Midas. This is going to be a big stop. You're going to need a good one at that. Here we go. Stopped perfectly. What will it be? He's out of there very quickly. A very good pit stop for Midas. Is it going to work out for him, though? Here comes Sylvan. And that is where things end up there. Still some drivers have to pit. So here we go again. It's Cuban and O'Neal. O'Neal down the inside of Cuban. He's going to make the move, and he's going to take that position away from Cuban. Only driver that's on a lead lap is Phil now. So this is the race for the leader right now. And here's O'Neal down pit lane. Is this going to pay off for him?
Who's leading the race?
You're going to need a really good stop here. Cuban leading this Grand Prix, almost looking like he's going to lap Phil now. We're going to keep an eye on that. You can see the gap between the lap car and the machine of Cuban, who is leading this Grand Prix.
Could have won this race, man. My God.
And again, here they go through that very tight corner. And Midas stopped in Sector 1. He's very far back now. I don't know what happened. But Cuban is gaining on Phil now. I mean, you can see it right now. You can just see the pace of Cuban compared to Phil now. Phil now just cannot keep up with the damp conditions here in Austin. Cuban's loving this though, because he's going to get the DRS as well here. Going to be right behind the Villeneuve machine. Look at this. Just going to honk as well. Blue flag comes out for Villeneuve. And Villeneuve still refusing to give up that line. And Cuban gets forced off the track. Oh my word. Finally lets Cuban go. But man, that should not ever happen. And it looks like that's going to be a penalty for Phil now. Refusing to cede the position. And Phil is just going to brake. Make sure it doesn't get any more penalties here today. So here's the gap right now. How is it going to work out for Cuban? Is he going to go down pit lane here? No. He is going to stay out again. Here on lap 19 out of 29. And here goes Bill and Gibby down pit lane. Where are they going to end up? It looks like, this whole pack here with Sylvan and O'Neal really worked out for him. But you got to feel bad for Midas. Something bad happened to him because he dropped all the way in the back of the pack. Just really unfortunate circumstance for him. He's having a really good race, really good run. And now that is just really all gone. Well, you can see the gap right now. Cuban just pulling away right now. He's led 8 laps today, and he's been on a tear right now. You look at the recent winners in Formula 3, and well, obviously it's just been a lot of dominance, if you think about it, really. If you really look at the race results, just domination from Kolbeck. I mean, genuinely. But, again, we'll see if that continues today. I mean, Cuban right now leading this Grand Prix by a huge margin. Respectfully, Kolbeck is so far back, he's going to need a safety car. Again, through the final corner, here comes Cuban down pit lane. He's going to need a really good stop. He's got a lot of speed, a lot of pace. but is it going to be enough here on this pit stop? Looking for absolutely no mistakes. Great stop. He's going to be so far ahead of everybody, it looks like here. They're coming out of the where the tower is right now. I mean, that is just insane. Here's the gap right now. Is it going to be enough? You know, the thing is, they can honestly get there, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They're 3 wide as they come up pit lane. Sylvain going to take the lead of the Grand Prix. And so the strategy did pay off. Cuban's going to ride behind the back of the O'Neill machine in third. Still in that podium places. But who do they have to deal with? The lap car of Philno again. Cuban already had altercations with him early on in this Grand Prix. And here they come again with the DRS. O'Neill has the DRS. Sylvain gonna lose the DRS, obviously, not having any of it. And O'Neill's gonna go down the inside. So is Cuban. Cuban's trying to make it stick it to two around the outside. He just forces his way through there and somehow, some way, takes that position. But Sylvain's gonna drop all the way back. And then Cuban gets a bumper control on the back of O'Neill. And he's gonna drop all the way back. And again, it's just altercation after altercation with this lap traffic car. They had to brake because this dude just got in the line of everybody. He's just refusing to give up that position. I just cannot believe what I'm watching right now. I genuinely cannot. Look at him. He's trying to race. And he's going to try and send Cuban into next week as well. Oh, my word. What is Philno doing? This guy is a lap down. And he's racing like he's on the lead lap in 4th place right now. I've never seen anything like it in my life. And here comes Sylvain down the inside. Trying to make a move, and he does so. The battle for the lead has heated up completely. And the track condition has changed to dry. It is clear, dry, sunny conditions here at the Circuit of the Americas. And here comes O'Neill down the inside, trying to make the move on Sylvain. Cuban got to send it as well. They're still side by side. Sylvain going to try and make it stick again. Cuban's got a lot of damage on that car as well. He's got to be very careful to not do the same error that he did with his teammate. You can see the sparks flying off the blue car of Cuban. A lap 24. Sylvain trying to go around the outside. Can't quite do it. Cuban gets forced wide. Cuban racing very aggressively. This is a lot more aggressive corners. Especially on the hairpin when you get to turn 1. And here we go. Lap 25. Sylvain down the inside makes the move. And again, they're just going back and forth here each lap. We're seeing some liquid sunshine on the racetrack here. Parts of the track, it's still raining. It's a very weird sight. It's like we're in the Bahamas right now. Or not. We're in Austin, Texas, for crying out loud. O'Neill down the inside, makes the move. Cuban going to send his way there. But again, just cannot make the outside line stick. Is he going to send it again through the inside of the corner? He does, but he's also going to get a track limits. O'Neill, Sylvain, and Cuban. who is going to be victorious here. As it's lap 26, Sylvan down the inside again through turn 1. Can't quite make that inside line stick. He goes wide. Through the S's, O'Neal is still there. They're still side by side as they go through the S's again. Cubon is right there on the back bumper as well. What is going to happen as they exit the S's? They are still going to be side by side. No way they make this work out. And O'Neal is going to lose that position from Sylvan. But oh my goodness, they're going to go 3 wide. They're going to go 3 wide. Cubon and O'Neal, what a move to sandwich the machine of Sylvan. And O'Neal takes the lead. Sylvan goes wide again. And Colbeck has a track warning. He has 8 track limit warnings. O'Neal, Cubon, and Sylvan. Sylvan has to pit. Very unfortunate. Cubon and O'Neal. What is going to go down here? Here comes O'Neal down the outside. At the DRS at a lot of pace as well. Cubon just being smart right now. And the final lap is out here. O'Neal, Cubon. How is this going to work out here? O'Neal and Cubon trying to win a race here in Formula Nitro. O'Neal and Cubon. These two guys have been going at this entire last half of the race. O'Neal is not going to have the DRS. Cubon is. What is going to happen here as they go through the DRS straight? Cubon has all the rhythm, all the momentum. O'Neal is going to go on that inside line. A smart move here. Cubon is going to have to go on the outside through the DRS straight. Is he going to make it stick as they go on the exit of the DRS straight? Cubon just going to send it on O'Neal, and he's going to take the lead of the Grand Prix, but O'Neal is right there as well. Cubon and O'Neal going back and forth here on the final lap. Cubon has the lead. He has the advantage, and what a race it has been from him. You got to give him all the credit. He had a great start of this race, and it really worked out for him because, ladies and gentlemen, he has won the Formula 3 Austin United States Grand Prix. What a race. What a finish. O'Neal gets on the podium. Who's going to finish in third? It is going to be Bill, believe it or not. Wow. That is the end of the Formula 3 action here in Formula Nitro. We'll be back for F2 very soon.